Hi, darling. Welcome to my darling tarot. It's going to be a reading. We are having a beautiful day, and we have some karma in the air. Something is coming. So let's check what it is. Something is coming. Do you feel it? I had that dream, and maybe it resonates with you. You had some treasure. You had something that you wanted to protect. And you were inside of the room, and you had possibly something like some device, like some microphone, like some dictaphone, whatever it was, that contained some kind of data that was precious. And somebody was knocking, trying to enter, and you had to protect your place, but also you knew that they would enter, and you were trying to hide these things from the intruder. And there were some little pieces of jewelry, but it was not like earrings, but it was like round pieces of some. You could say it was like mini pentacle, golden and silver. You had something like that, some of those. And when you ran away, somehow, you were running from one building to another, but in the threshold in between these two buildings, one was above the other. It looked a little bit like hotel, like, you know, and there was like grass in front of this hotel, and that was like a battlefield, you know. Somebody was attacking you. You had to protect yourself, protect the treasure, but you got the idea to drop this. Somebody told you, or I don't know who told you. You saw it. Somebody else was also dropping these things, these treasures, in the grass, like not to keep them together. More or less, you knew the position, but that was not that crucial. It seemed like it will grow, like it's like planting seeds of something very valuable, and people did not want you to do that. That was the energy, the feeling. Okay, let's see. See? At the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. Like running away with this sword, with these seeds, with this... with something very... with the ideas, very precious ideas. Something very valuable, but... I don't know how you got into the possession of these seeds of these swords. I don't know the full story, right? But somehow the universe wanted you to have that. And we have the Fool. And see, he has this little package. It looks like he just, from one day to another, he's moving away, and he's not scared. And then we have Two of Cups. Yeah, I told you that the soulmate connection, that the karmic connection can be coming. There is also this little white dog, very very happy friend, right? And the white rose here in the hand. Okay, that's what we have. So, my darlings, for you, I can see the Temperance and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Wands. The Temperance and the Eight of Wands. maybe there comes a communication that you will really need to wait within yourself how you speak up during this conversation, because it seems like maybe it's time to close something, but maybe it's time to, with all the wisdom that you got, you expect the message, right? I believe that you do. I believe that you do expect the message, and you expect it for a long time. And you know there is a way to walk there. You know that there is this road that you would like to take, but in order to do this, you need to alchemize something. And possibly, also there is this triangle, and there is this light in this angel, and these emotions. And you know that you will have to alchemize, and you know that you have to use your higher wisdom, because it's not so easy, this conversation. It's not going to be, right? We have Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, as I say, the Moon. The Moon is the night, maybe before this Temperance or after. This is even maybe the other side coming, being vulnerable. Please forgive me. There is this vulnerability. I mean, look at the moon. Moon is like a sun. It's like like the sun, but of the night. So it is the light that gives you this faith, gives you this, strength, this power to move on, even though you don't know what's ahead completely. You don't know the full image. You don't know what the conversation is going to be totally. You basically have to trust that your intuition, that you will handle it the best way possible for everybody. That's the feeling I have here in this. And with the Queen of Cups and this Ace of Cups, there is something new. Oh my God. You have two aces. You have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. There is this new beginning that is not only about the emotional and spiritual contentment, but it's also about this ambitious victory. And even it seems to me like a fair victory, like looking at it, this Temperance, this road leads to the mountains. And this sword is when you are above these mountains. When you reach above these mountains. That's kind of victorious feeling. I don't know, have you ever been in the mountains? What do you feel when you climb up? But yes, you have to be you will be very clear with your words. When this time comes, and it shall come soon, it is possibly within a week. It is within days. Because, you know, there is this moon and there is this Five of Cups. And, okay, maybe somebody has to walk away. Somebody walked away. And maybe it has to remain this way. But maybe there are those two cups to enjoy. No, maybe there is this bridge and this castle can be a place to go. The Queen of Cups will decide. Okay, let's clarify. I want to clarify the Five of Cups. For you, Temperance, this confirmation we have. Four of Wands, Three of Wands. My friends, we have a King of Cups for the Queen of Cups. This spilled cups, maybe it was because with the King of Cups. Maybe he's responsible, maybe you are responsible. I mean, we take you as a position as a Queen of Cups, right? So we have here potentially your divine counterpart. It seems that your queen is really thinking about moving. It seems like maybe even he thought this. Maybe he even thought that these cups were spilled and it was not worth, because you were kept, you know, you were keeping your mind in limitation. Maybe he wanted something else. I mean, don't take the sexes here, okay? Maybe it was this way, maybe this was the other way, maybe this conversation. I mean, for sure this conversation has to do with this. With these energies. You will know what happened, okay? I don't need to tell you. But you have a confirmation that this is something. And we have Ace of Pentacles. We have three aces. We have Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. So it is about somebody wanting to plant the seed with you. This is the seed, you know, remember from the introduction. This is somebody ready, possibly to move your way. And there is this picture that is possibly still like a fantasy. Fantasy of the King of Cups, maybe also yours. And then what about the Page of Swords? We have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords could be a competition for the Queen, but the young one. What do you feel about it? What message more we want? We have the dream the world into being. "48. Lizard spirit. Dream the world into being. Do you know? Dream the world into being, but also look at that. Look at that. My friends, my darlings, my darlings. This is going to be really important conversation. All you ever wanted, or this is your brand new desires, but you want like everything with that person. Look, the Temperance. Maybe this one came to free her. But I don't know if he's still in the picture. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Act as if. You know what? I will tell you. Maybe it could be that. Act as if. Maybe 4 of these will become that. Use the right words. Connect to your soul. Connect to your heart, desires. You know, think of the best picture. And think about your paradise that you want to create for you. And think what serves. Don't use the unnecessary words. I think it's... we are too high vibe now. Sometimes we need to forgive. But also, always be a darling to yourself. So think about yourself first. How is this message so long? It's already 18 minutes. My darlings, I feel so good with you. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Act on. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. My darlings, I hope it resonates. If it does, come more often. You're always welcome here. And remember always to be a darling to yourself first. And see you in the next one. Bye.